Hey JCHL students, Miss Sarah has asked me to share a poem with you. This is a poem of mine that I recently had published, and it was inspired actually by the parable of the prodigal son. I know you guys have been looking at some of Jesus's parables in class recently. A few more things about its inspiration. Not only was it inspired by this parable, it was also inspired by probably the most famous artistic representation of the parable, which is a painting by the famous Dutch Renaissance artist Rembrandt. And it's really beautiful. And also, I was just thinking about kind of the more like universal themes of this parable, especially kind of this idea that oftentimes it's like when we go through darkness, when we go through suffering, that it makes the light at the end, it makes the redemption kind of like all the more sweet. And I feel like that theme is like so relevant in the midst of COVID-19 as we are going through this dark time and like looking towards a return to normalcy. And so I kind of draw that parallel to between the like a return that we hope for and like the return that gets played out in this parable. It's also a sonnet, which you guys should be familiar with, from Brit Lit, right? Complete with some iambic pentameter. So yeah, I'm excited to share it with you, and I hope that it blesses you. Defeated, stripped of comforts long removed, bent down, well past a word of trite remorse, we crawl along in dry despair. We move with fixed eyes forward on our homebound course. We trek on barefoot, headlong to the light. Despite remnants of scraps and garments worn, we are like infants. Hairless, we alight and slouch towards that bright land to be reborn. And yet, this homecoming, though it seems new, is one more broken fast and warm embrace that rings with ancient timbre, deep and true, of dreadful deaths and births, redone, retraced. Like all returns, past and far off in dreams, the bitter taste of scraps makes sweet the feast.